Alrighty, let's give this thing a go. So, I thought I might do a Let's Play. This is my first Let's Play ever. I don't actually think anyone's going to watch this. um, but I'm going to go back in time. I'm going to play a very old game that's always been close to my heart, Castle of the Winds. Um, it's still a great game. I come back to it every couple of years. This time around, I'm running Windows 10. It doesn't like Windows 10 at all. It doesn't like 64-bit architecture at all. So I had to go along and I've installed Windows 95 on a virtual box. And that's what you can see here. But it's all worth it. It took me way longer than I want to admit to install this. But I got it working in the end, and it's definitely worth it. So let's open up Castle of the Winds. Ooh, here we go. A question of vengeance. So, for those of you who don't know, this is kind of sort of a boyhood quest. I don't think they. I can't remember like where the actual description is of that, like what goes on. But I know somewhere like your father like gave you a magical amulet or something. Said it was that you were gonna become something. You're gonna make something with your life. And I think he died, and maybe the amulet got lost or something like that. But so you come from like a little farming village, and so the game starts. You're off in your little farming village. Only your family home has just been burnt down, which kind of sucks. So I'll start a new game. I'll go Klavicus. Now I'm going to go on experts only. That's really the only way to play this game. I'm also going to play hardcore. So if I die, I die, and that's it. I probably will die, but I'm planning not to. I've had a little bit of a play around. I think these stats are pretty good. You really need high dexterity. That allows you to run faster than the monsters, so you can get away if you're just about to die. I want high constitution. Yeah, just because I don't want to die. This is going to give me more hit points. And then yeah, I was running minimum intelligence and a bit higher strength. Only I was finding I was dying because I didn't really have enough mana. Like intelligence affects your mana pool, and I think it might also affect the power of your spells as well. Not entirely sure about that one. So this time around, I've pumped up the intelligence a little bit, and we've gone into strength. Strength is pretty important because it allows it to carry more and hit harder, and all that sort of stuff. So my name's Klavicus, and I'm male. So I'm gonna click select the male guy. All right, let's get into this. Available spells now. I always go magic arrow first. You want to be able to. The best defense is offense. So yeah, there's a number of times where magic arrow just saves you at the beginning. If you get something like light, that can like light up a room. It's not going to do anything about the monsters that are currently whacking you to death. So yeah, magic arrow. It would be. I wouldn't start a game without taking magic arrow. So here we are in your little farming village. This is me. This is the village well that I'm standing in now. Gonna go off just do some shopping. You've got see up the top of the screen here. I've got 1500 copper. I've only equipped with a dagger. Dagger's really pretty shit, so we'll sell the dagger. We'll just buy the best weapon that they've got, which is a flail. So it's pretty neat in this game that they order things from worst to best. So the club is obviously the worst. Now the mace is the best. I've only got 270 left. I'll get normal braces, normal gauntlets with that, and I've got 60 copper left, which allows me to come along. So here's our first enchanted item. You can get enchantments in this. This increases the character's armor value. That would be really nice, but I can't afford it because it's 2600. So all I can afford is a wool cloak, which I don't even know if it does anything actually. Maybe adds like 1 point of armor. Let's have a look. So we've got our character armor value is 25 at the moment. That's 24, yeah. So the wool cloak adds a whole 1 point of armor, which is really bugger all. And I can also afford some leather boots, which I'm gonna guess adds 1 point of. Ooh, that adds 3 points of armor. And now I've only got 8 copper left, so I really can't afford it at all to buy anything else. So let's start on our quest. So I've come from here. So yeah, this is where we were raised. Obviously, it's on fire. Yeah, we were attacked by some, I think, like goblins and things like that. I searched in the rubble for some clues about what might have attacked us, and a lot of the footprints are leading north towards the mountains, and I can see that there's actually some massive footprints there too, so way too big to have been just bandits or soldiers who came looking. Oh yeah, and I think, have they stolen the amulet? Yeah, it looks like they probably stole the amulet. I'll look north wondering where might the amulet be now, and like there we go. Yeah, so anyway, we have to go off. We're gonna try and avenge the death of our parents, and look for the amulet. So gonna go north and into the mines. So there's some mines in the mountain. This first mine is always the same. Makes it nice and easy. And we've come across our first enemy. It's a kobold, and the kobold just here is standing on a suit of armor. So fortunately the kobold missed me. I should just be able to hack it to death. It dodges and hits me again. I hit it and it's dead. So yeah, it only took one swing of my flail, mashed into its head. Brains probably went everywhere. The kobold's dead. Now if I open up my inventory here, I've got a suit of leather armor. I can just drag it over, and this is where I find out that it's not cursed. Now it says normal suit of leather armor. I'm pretty sure I've had this first one enchanted before, so I think there might be a very small chance that it could be cursed as well. Curse is bad because you can't take it off, and it does bad things to your stats, so obviously you don't want cursed stuff. But now I've got my first set of armor. I like to fully explore every level, so I'll go along and fully explore this one as well, even though I know that what's there, because it never changes. Every other level of the mine that we get to is randomly generated, so they do change. Here's a second enemy. It's a rat. So I'm just going to try and hack it to death. I hit it and it's dead. There's another rat. Boom. Oh, this one dodges and it bit me. Dodged again and bit me. I missed it, but it's missed me too. And yeah, finally I bring that flail down and just splat, make like rat jelly on the floor. And our last enemy will be a goblin, and it hit me. So you can see down here, this is my hit points. So I'm on 8 out of 14 hit points and 5 mana points. I should just be able to hack this goblin's death as well. Ooh, so now my hit points are red, so I'm nearly dying. because I missed the goblin. I'm not very good at swinging my flail at the moment. I'll get better as I level up. So you can always like right click on things to find out how injured they are. So another hit and I might die from this goblin. So this is where taking that magic arrow like really comes in handy. You can go magic arrow, and I know that that's going to be dead. Magic arrow is strong enough to kill a lot of these weaker monsters. So yeah, I did that because I just didn't want to risk dying from another hit from the goblin. And I get the copper. And there we go. So that's the first level. I found the stairs down. This is the next level of the mine. Before I go down, I'm going to rest. So Shift R, rest, and I gain all of my mana points back and all of my hit points. If I just wanted to rest my hit points, I could just press R. But okay, onwards deeper into the mine. So I've just searched there, so pressing S searches. You can find traps around you and also secret doors. I generally search whenever I come to an end of a hallway. It's always a good place for there to be a secret door. And alright, so I'm being faced now with like two fairly tough enemies. We've got a giant red ant and a large snake. Now both of them, well, not even if I'm unlucky, both of them could probably kill me outright at this point, and so that's where I'm going to use my magic arrow and hit it. So now we've got an injured giant red ant, and now it's dead. And we've still got the large snake, and now it's heavily injured. Let's see if I can hack it for the last bit. I miss it, but it bites me, and there we go. The flail did its work. Because I'm getting fairly low on mana again, I'm going to rest up again. But I get interrupted by goblin fighters. So goblin fighters are pretty strong at this stage. I mean, I'm still level 1, so you've got to be fairly careful. Might just walk away from them. So this is where the high dex comes in handy. You can get some distance between your monsters. Not sure if that wall's in the way from my magic arrow. I'll give it a go. Yeah, so it hit the wall, so that was a waste of my magic arrow. I might just run up back to the next level of the mine because you can't get interrupted on this level. So this is going to allow me. Oh, whoops! I went down instead. I went down instead of resting, which is not good. Let's rest here. Yeah. So the goblin's going to follow me out. I'm just going to exit the mine. I just want to make sure that I don't die, and I'll rest here. Now that I'm fully rested, we'll go back into the mine and try and take on this goblin fighter. So he's pretty good at avoiding my. I hit the goblin fighter, but it hits me, and there we go. You know, it's taken off more than half of my hit points in one hit, and I've barely scratched it. So this is where I'm going to make use of my high dex and the magic arrow, and I'm going to run away like a little bitch and shoot some magic at it. Now it's critically injured, so I know that the next magic arrow is going to kill it. And I didn't even get any gold for that. Normally they'll drop like some copper. Obviously, being unlucky. This time I'm going to rest before going back down. Oh, so we've got my. This is first wand. So at this stage, if we have a look for inventory, got a wand. We don't know what kind of wand it is. It's quite possibly a dead wand, because you don't normally get wands this early on in the game. I'm going to put it into my free hand because that's going to allow me to use it, and I'll try and use it on the next monster that I see to try and identify it. So I've got a bat, go activate wand, nothing happens. So yeah, if I have a look, yeah, so it's a dead one. Oh, whoops, there we go. That's what happens when you use your inventory when a monster's next to me. Fortunately, they're fairly weak, so it only did two damage, but it got 4 attacks. So let's try and hit it. There we go. Boom! I crushed the spine into useless pulp. Yeah, that made me feel pretty good. Goodbye. Okay. So I've just run into a viper here, and up here we can also see a wild dog. So that's going to be in light. The viper's probably going to be in the light room too. My hit points have turned green, so that means I'm poisoned. That can be quite deadly this early on in the game, so I'm going to run away and use my magic arrow. Now I can't see it because the viper's actually standing in darkness, but I still know it's there because it's trying to follow me, so I can just aim past the viper with the magic arrow and it hits it. So now it's a heavily injured viper, and now it's dead. So I'll rest up again. Wild dog, these are very dangerous because they're really fast at the beginning of the game, but a single magic arrow will kill it. And I would magic arrow this one if I could, but it's out of range, so I'll just rest until it comes into range and I'll kill it again. Oh, okay, giant red ant. So this, let's see just how dangerous it is. Because if you remember, I magic arrowed the one before. I miss it and it bites me. I miss it and it bites me. So it's still uninjured and it's taken off half my hit points. I'm going to start doing my runaway magic arrow strategy again. Shoot a bolt of magic arrow from my fingers, sizzling around the red ant. Unable to kill it. I think, yeah, the next shot will definitely kill it. And I've gone up a level. So there's a few options now for the spells I could take. Heal minor wounds. It could be a good option because anything that can heal you up is good. Problem with heal minor wounds is that it really does heal not very much, and if you're standing next to something that's attacking you, it takes an action to heal, and then a lot of the time you can lose all of that healing because the guy, you know, decides to smack you in the head while you're casting it. So yeah, it's almost pointless taking it. It can only be used really effectively out of combat, or if you can like run away, heal minor wounds. But then if you can do the runaway like a little bitch tactic that I like to use, you're better off just shooting a magic arrow and actually doing damage to what you're running away from, and then just resting. So at this stage, really the two options that you want to be thinking between are detect objects and phase door. So detect objects just shows all the objects on the map. Light, as I've said, that can light rooms. Most of the rooms this early on in the game are lit anyway. Must be like some wall sconces with flaming torches in them or something, lit by the denizens that live in this mine. Phase door's a good one. It can get you. It just teleports you a short way on the map to the same level. But yeah, if you get surrounded by things, phase door can get you out of a jam, and then you've got shield, which can add to your armor value, I believe. No, I never use shield, and it just seems pointless. So really, I'm going to go detect objects because I want to make sure that I get every object in the game because that's important to make sure that you get as much gold as possible. So yeah, I'll go ahead and detect objects, and you can see that my hit points and my mana have gone up as well. If we have a look at my character level is now 2, and you can see I've got another 99 experience to go until level 3. So I'm just going to rest up a little bit. So walking corpse, they can be, so this is like a zombie, I guess. They can be a little tough as well at the beginning of the game, so I'm just going to shoot it a few times before swinging my flail at it, and I'll rest again. Alright, fully rested. Let's continue on our epic quest. I'm going to search again, find the door. I like to complete things, so if I find a door I like to open it, even though there's absolutely no point for me to open that. I'm going to search around a little bit here. I didn't find any traps. Sometimes traps can be under objects. So I found some boots and a copper and a piece of copper. Sometimes I'll try on stuff early in the game to see if it's enchanted and risk it. If these boots are enchanted, say like they're boots of levitation or something, they can be really good. This early on in the game though, I don't think they're going to be enchanted. I think you're much more likely to get either either just normal boots that I've already got, or cursed boots. So I'm not going to try them on. We'll just continue. You do get a just search for that. You do get a spell later on. Identify spell. You should always take that as soon as possible so you can identify all your items, because you don't want to get stuck with a whole heap of curses. So I've just fallen into a pit. Somehow I can also disarm this pit. So by pressing D, I can disarm the trap. You get some experience for that too, so that's pretty good. I'm just going to search around. Nothing there. Door, another zombie, walking corpse. Okay, I just got hit by falling rocks. I just missed. I just dodged the falling rocks, but the corpse hit me. Let's see if there you go. The corpse hit me. I hit it a tiny bit. I barely scratched it, and the corpse has taken off a very large chunk of my health. So I'm just going to run away a little bit and shoot a magic arrow at it. This is the strategy that's going to keep you alive, especially in experts only, where you can get some seriously tough monsters early on. And I'm just going to rest again. Always best to rest and make sure that make sure that you're as good as you can be for combat. So there's another pit here. I'm going to fill it up. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just scooping some sand off of the floor and filling it into the pit. Alright, and I was hit by an arrow trap. I was barely hit by the arrow. But I'm going to disarm it. And double doors into a room. And here are some potions. I'm going to get these potions, and as you can see down bottom left, I don't know what they are. I just know they're a potion. I'm not going to go about drinking them yet. There we go. Just narrowly missed another trap. Ooh, I just realised I haven't even used my detect object spell at this stage. So if you press M, you can see a map of your current level. I'm going to cast detect objects, and that's going to show me every object in the level. So I've got some copper that just came up here, but yeah, we can see that there's an axe, another potion, there's a cloak, a club, and a scroll still to be got on this level. And that's really important because sometimes it can seem like you've explored the whole level, but you see something that you haven't got, and then you know that you need to be able to find a secret door or something like that. So onwards. Yeah, if you hold shift and a direction, you go as far as you can in that direction until something stops you. This time I was stopped by a giant rat, but I just turned its skull into jelly with my flail. I don't know why these rats are trying to attack me. I'm much bigger and scarier than they are. Just activated a teleport trap that teleports you to some other part of the level, much the same as a teleport scroll would. While trying to disarm it, a wild dog has interrupted me, so I'm just going to kill it with my magic arrow and get back to the disarming. And I'll rest. Get interrupted by a skeleton. Skeleton's is another one that can be fairly tough. I don't know like what it is, whether they're hard to hit or something, like they're parrying my blow. Then they hit me. I miss it. They miss. They block my clumsy blow and they hit me. They're just hard to hit. They block and they hit me. I hit the skeleton. They miss. Okay, I've dealt it a solid blow. It's critically injured. Should be able to kill it without it. There we go. Without it killing me. And I'll rest up again. Another rat attacking me. Goodbye, rats. Goodbye. There we go. When do they learn that they should run away? And we've got another room of red ant and a snake. So they haven't noticed me at this point. They must be asleep. Well, he's definitely going to notice me when I shoot him with my magic arrow. And let's do the same with the snake. For some reason they don't like getting magic arrows shot at them. And I'll rest up. I'll come across another skeleton and rest up. Just searched a little bit. No traps here, so I'll grab. No traps except for the one I was standing in. The pool of water. Somehow I can also disarm that, so I'll disarm that and get the experience for it. I think you get 1 experience per level. The level of the mine or the dungeon that you're on for each trap that you disarm. I've got a hand axe as well. I'll pick that up and continue exploring. I found some downstairs and another skeleton. I'm gonna hit the skeleton again. There you go. Smashed it right in the head and it died. That was a nice easy one. What have we got here? Got a goblin fighter, so I'm gonna shoot him. Both hobgoblins and goblin fighters look the same. So hobgoblins are fairly easy to kill. Goblin fighters a little bit more difficult. So I always check. And as I'm running a little bit low on hit points and mana, I'm going to rest up again and check my map. So here's, oh no, yeah, so we want to get all the way to the other end of the map. And there's a viper. Do the runaway tactic. That poison should wear off pretty soon because it didn't get much of a chance to poison me much. I don't know, like ants and rats and stuff attacking me. Imagine if this was real life and he had like a massive ant coming down and I wouldn't. I imagine I would smell actually if like when you killed them. So I'm gonna slightly injured zombie walking corpse. There I go. killed it without. Okay, let's hit the goblin. Hit the goblin. Let's swing at it. Oh, there you go. When I finally hit the goblin, it dies. Goblins are fairly weak. Goblin fighter. Hobgoblin. So here we go. So this is a hobgoblin. Should be able to kill it fairly easy. Only it's doing a good job of dodging my attacks at the moment. And now it's dead. Get copper. Fell into another pool of water. As I've only got less than half hit points, I'll just rest my hit points. That's just that's just a single R, like not shift R, rest until your mana's replenished. We'll keep going. So we've probably got one last room here on this level. Let's see if I can kill this. Let's swing again. Okay. Ooh, I've got a little kobold down here. Come on, kobold. Yeah, that's nice and easy to kill. Cloak. Where are these kobolds coming from? I'll wait till it gets to me and I'll swing at it. It hit me twice. Swing at it again. Hits me. Swing at it again. Now I'm only on 4 out of 22 hit points, and this must be oh, it's critically injured. But yeah, this is the point where I just use magic arrow and rest up. I wouldn't normally allow myself to get that low, but I knew that a kobold I could always kill with a single magic arrow. Pick up the club, pick up the scroll, and I've got a goblin fighter. Let's see if I can. Yeah, see, this goblin fighter is going to hit it again. Goblin fighter is really doing quite a lot of damage to me. It's critically injured though, but at this point I just want to make sure it dies. And I've gotten up another level. So this time I'm going to take the phase door to get me out of tight jams. Yeah, the shield, I never use shield ever. Maybe it's good. I don't think it lasts very long. It just, yeah, it seems kind of pointless. Heal mine wounds, pointless in combat. And if you just make sure that you rest up. There's no food and stuff like that in this game, so you can just rest up. Kind of feels like it's cheating maybe, but the difficulty of this game definitely does ramp up on experts only. So yeah, I don't mind being a little bit lame. Cause you got to do what you got to do. Rest up. How much? Whole copper, 2 copper pieces. Well, at least he gave me some, unlike the other guy. Let's just go a little bit deeper into the mine. Let's see what I'm holding. So I've only got a small pack. At the bottom left you can see I've only got a small pack. Small pack fills up pretty quickly, so I'm assuming that I'm going to have to go back to town soon and start selling some of my stuff. Got a new level, detect objects. And ooh, what's this? Ah, there's a medium pack right there. Speak of the devil, maybe I might go try and pick up this medium pack first. And always open them up, because there can be stuff inside the packs as well in this game, which I think is really nifty. So I want to transfer everything from my small pack into the medium pack that is currently on the ground. Don't want to move the window though. Oh, I see a monster. What have we got? What are we seeing? Wild dog. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye, doggy. Shh. We'll get back to transferring stuff. I'm pretty sure, yeah, you have to do everything one by one, I think, which is all right. and also the running this in a virtual machine, it makes like the mouse kind of clunky. I've got it super sensitive on my from my normal machine, and like when you run in this, it gets like really weird. It likes to jump a bit. And now we'll just chuck the small pack inside the medium pack, and we'll get the medium pack on our back. So this window here is the small pack. I'll close that because I don't really care what's in it. So now I've got a medium pack equipped. Will mean that I'll be able to do a little bit more before going back to town. Viper, and I'll rest up. What do we got? Hobgoblin. Yeah, let's just kill it with my flail. Barely hit it. Or it bounces off the Hobgoblin's armor. But then I just pound the Hobgoblin until it stops moving. Just pound it and pound it. Yeah. I'm going to do the same to this rat. Pound, boom. Until it stops moving. Die. When will these things learn? Another Hobgoblin. I miss it. It's laughing at me. It's laughing at my futile attack. I'll attack it again. Evades my swing. I miss it. I hit it and it's dead. So, yeah. One hit wonders. is things same as his bat. Another one hit wonder. Nicely rested. We'll continue. Got another potion. Here's a spell book. It's called a book spell because I don't know what it is at the moment. So if I press F, it gets it into my free hand. I'll just show you. So I shows the inventory. Let's try that again. We'll put it back on the floor. F gets it into my free hand. See, yeah, you can see it's in my free hand now, and as it's in my free hand, so that's one that's I'm not holding the flail in. I can activate a book of spells and read it, and I just learnt a spell of detect monsters, and you can see that up here. So that's pretty cool. Teleport trap. And so this is what a room's like if it's not lit. So it takes a lot longer to explore the room, and enemies can hide in it. You're a lot more likely to set off traps because you have to walk around it. This skeleton's giving me a bit of grief, so I'm going to start magic missiling it. And there we go, dead. And I shall rest up before get another scroll. See if I can disarm the teleport trap. Get the cloak. Now I'm going to search here for a secret door, which I found. That's because I could see that this armor was there, and I was like, yeah, could be a passageway coming off here to this suit of armor. It's just a normal, or it's just a suit of leather armor. Could be trapped, who knows. Another pit that I fell into, but I'll fill it up. Yeah, they like to put traps at ends of corridors as well. We'll continue going, and another unlit room. Not much there though. Some copper. Let's see a bat. When I could see the bat like that, I knew that this room was going to be lit because I could see the bat, so it's standing in the light. Oh, wild dog. Let's see how I fare against this. If I can hit it, if you see down here, it's like it attacks me 2 times and claws me 1 time, and so it does that every time. Well, not every time, but it can do that quite often. So I hit it in the leg and it bit me and killed it. So that one wasn't too dangerous for me. So Viper in a lit room. And at this stage I can stop caring about poison so much. But better safe than sorry. And I just rested up then as well. So search for that door that I thought would be there. Another door to search for, found. Grab some copper. And I fell into a pool of water. Let's see if I can disarm the pool of water. I must have like a shovel or something carrying around with me, and I don't know, maybe I'll drink all the water. Skeleton, I'm going to shoot it because the last one gave me a bit of grief. Heavily injured, dead, and I'll rest. Giant red ant, let's see how I go with this. Ooh. So it's taken off, half my hit points, and it's only injured. So I'm going to do the run like a little bitch and then shoot strategy. Goblin fighter, let's see how I go. Attack it, attack it, attack it, attack it, and I'll hit it again. Okay, so now I'm only on 9 hit points and it's only injured, so run away like a little bitch and shoot. Now it's critically injured, so I'll just shoot it again and it will die. And I got 82 pieces of copper. Alright, I'll rest. Ooh, giant rat wants to pick a fight with me. Giant snake wants to pick a fight with me. Rest up again. Okay. And there's another teleport trap. It's teleported me to a dark room. Ooh. That scythe trap. There you go, that dog was a bit more difficult. But some of the descriptions in this are good. You crush your wild dog, splintering bone and spraying gore. I can just imagine all the gore and the blood and flesh just hanging off the end of my flail at the moment. Gonna disarm the scythe. And let's just continue exploring this dark room. Got to feel my way around the edges. I'm going to search here for a door. Just made sense for there to be one, seeing as there were objects here. Another giant rat that just doesn't know better, and another big red ant. Let's shoot it and attack. Ooh, attack. And get braces. Oh, let's spice things up a little bit. I'm going to try these braces on. It's probably best practice not to, but I'm going to try them on and hopefully they're just normal. I was hoping they would be. Let's do the same with the cloak then. Let's try it on. I was hoping I'd find something that was enchanted. But it's probably best to err on the side of caution and not do that. Shoot the goblin fighter. I don't really feel like dying today. Much prefer him to die instead of me, and I'll rest up again. It's a bit of a rest fest. Searching for doors. You can see here the time, so each search takes me a minute. But yeah, there's no door there, so I'll keep wandering. Oh, another arrow trap. The high dex is meaning that I'm high dexterity is meaning that I'm dodging a lot of these traps. Wild dog, I just want to kill it. Another skeleton. Let's just shoot it with my arrow as well. Boom. Wow, I've got so much like mana points. Then I'm so much more than I'm used to, because this is really the first time that I've invested in intelligence at the beginning of the game. I mean, my intelligence is normally down around here. I don't think this is a better way to go. Sorry. Disarm this trap. Barely missed by falling rocks. Can't can't touch us or something. Is that how it goes? Another red ant. I misclicked and didn't even shoot it with my arrow. Let's have a look. Let's just flail it to death, and I'll rest. Got a hobgoblin attack. Get it, rest. I still got this potion to get on this level. Just missed some falling rocks as well. Pick up the potion. Oh, got a. Let's just flower. Yeah, killed the goblin fighter. Killed the rat. There's a broken helmet here. I'll pick up the broken helmet. You get 25 copper pieces for it, which isn't very much, but early on in the game you want as much as possible. Disarm the dart trap. I don't have much more to do in this level. I'm going to still keep away from the poison. I'm going to disarm the try to disarm the teleporter trap. There's always a chance that you can set off the trap again. So teleporter traps can be a bit annoying. I'll smash the goblin with my flail. Disarm the trap, disarm the trap. Yes. And got 72 pieces of gold. Alright, so if I have a look at my map, bringing up map, I can see that I've done everything on this level. I'll go down again. I like to go down until I can't carry anything more. If we have a look here as well, you can see there's an up and there's an upstairs and there's a down and there's a downstairs. Now every level, except for the top one, the top two have 2 ups and 2 downstairs on them. The top one only ever has 1 downstairs, so then the second top only ever has 1 upstairs. But that's another way that you can use to tell whether you've explored the whole level, is whether you've found both the upstairs and both the downstairs. So I'm just going to go to the nearest downstairs, which is this one up above me here. Oh. And down. I'll rest first. I like to always rest before going down level, and we'll go down another level now. Maybe I should be going back to town, because we are now on mine level 3, but I haven't even gone back and bought any better equipment or anything like that. But we'll be fine. I've got my magic arrow. And I've flailed the snake. I'll shoot the walking corpse. Let's attack it and attack it and attack it. There we go. I crushed the corpse. And continue. Oh yes, detect objects. Very important to do at the beginning of every level. Another dart. Ooh, red ant. Okay, so I'm getting fairly close to death here. There's a slightly injured red ant, so I'm gonna try and run away from it. I'm holding a lot of stuff, now, and that's meaning that I'm finding it hard to get the distance between me and the ant, or between the ant and I. So you can see I'm not sure how it works. So this is the max weight that I can carry, and this is the weight that I am carrying. And yeah, I don't think they explicitly say how that affects the speed, or maybe this is how it affects my speed. I'm running at 100% and my speed relative, something like that. Something like that. We'll look again, like when I'm not carrying so much stuff. But yeah, this is annoying. It seems like I can't get away from this red ant. So I'm gonna shoot it standing next to it, which just mean it will still get an attack on me. And ooh, so it's got me down to 4 hit points. So it can kill me with one more attack, but it's critically injured. So I know that the next magic arrow is going to kill it. So I'll do that, and then I will rest. If the magic arrow wasn't going to kill it, I would have used my phase door spell, which would have moved me a short distance away, so then I would have been able to get away. So I wasn't actually in any danger of dying then. Just having a little bit of fun with the denizens while I can. This first mine's fairly easy. Let's flail it, flail it. Oh, I've got zombies coming from all sides. I don't seem to be... They don't seem to be very good at hurting me, but I don't seem to be very good at killing them either. I'm magic arrow, so this one's critical. Critically hit. I want to try and not have them surround me, because then they're getting 2 hits on me for each one of my mine. I'm going to crush its head with my flail this time. No. And this time. Oh, okay. So now I'm getting attacked by both of them. All of a sudden, I've got 2 hits on me, and yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage. So I'm going to try and run away. They're slower than the ant. I will magic arrow it. I will run away and magic arrow it. And run away and magic arrow it. And now I'll rest up to get all my everything back. Pick up the ripped cloak, because that's going to give me 25 gold. Pick up the potion. It's kobold. Kobolds are nice and easy. Is this a quarterstaff? Pick up the quarterstaff, even though it looks more like a spear to me. I think the quarterstaff and the spear use the same icon. Another arrow trap. This time it hit me. I'll disarm that. Barely missed by the scything blade. Yeah, these blades can do a lot of damage to you to begin with. You could die if you walk into too many of them. So you need to be careful. I'm just going to magic arrow this bat because I can. I'll disarm this dart trap that got me before, and we'll try and disarm the teleport trap. Now, teleport traps can also be used to your advantage. There's been times I've left one not disarmed so I could deliberately run away to it if getting chased by a dangerous entity. But most of the time I'll disarm them, especially once you get the teleport spell and that sort of thing. You don't really need to use them very much. Here we go. Hit by an arrow. And I wouldn't have been hit by an arrow if the room was light. So that's an example of how dark rooms can make you more vulnerable to traps. Let's have a look at my map. Yeah, still got heaps more stuff to get to on this level. Okay, so I've reached the point where I'm going to have to go back. I will freehand this. So just studded leather armor. And I'll go back to town. If we look at my character, yeah, so see now my this speed's gone right down to 92. And the weight is above my maximum. So you can see, like, the more I'm carrying, the slower I become. So we'll go up. There's the closest upstairs. Goodbye, snake. Ooh, flail it to death, flail it to death. Flail, flail. Flail the goblin. Flail the goblin. Flail the goblin. And we'll go up. Goblin fighter. I think there is a slight bit of level scaling as well. Like goblin fighters on the 4th level of mine are slightly stronger than goblin fighters on the 1st. Don't quote me on that. But I think that happens a little bit. And we're back in town. Time to sell our stuff. So this here is a sage. We'll go in and we'll find out what their name is. So this is Castle Snorri the Sage. So they can identify things for you. I think at this stage, I think it's never worth it. Like, to identify the studded leather armor, they want to charge me 500 copper pieces just to identify it. I'm going to say no. I think it's a waste. It's a waste. First off, we're going to sell our junk. So this is Olaf's junk store. I'm going to sell the ripped cloak. The dead wand as well. I'll sell the. How much are they going to offer me for the boots? Okay. Yeah, so this is interesting. I'll probably sell the boots back at the store that buy boots. Now, for the normal leather boots, if I try and sell the normal leather boots here, they're offering me 15 copper pieces because they know that they're just normal. And so normally, you know, that's, if your boots aren't enchanted, you can only get 15 copper for them. However, with these boots here, they're not identified yet, so there is a small chance that they're enchanted, and that's why they're offering me 25 copper pieces for them. I don't think they're going to be enchanted, but Olaf never pays more than 25 copper pieces, so I'm going to. He just pays 25 copper pieces flat for everything that's damaged, or what a normal store would pay. So the 15 copper pieces is only offering me for the wool cloak, and if I sold the wool cloak back at the store that sells cloaks, that would be 15 as well. So might as well just sell that here. The normal braces, ooh, that's 25. So I've sold all the stuff that I want to, or except for the small pack. Small pack, 15 copper pieces. Yeah, so I'll sell that. Let's come along. Let's have a look. How much they offer me the boots here? There we go. They offer me 250 copper pieces for these boots. 250. I'm going to say yes. You can take the boots. And now they're only normal leather boots. So you find out what they were. But you know, I'm only offered 15 when they know that they're normal leather. So you can actually get more for unenchanted items, which is pretty cool. And then things like potions and that, just sell them. and then they identify what it is. Distillation of water, that's really good. That's normally only worth 25 copper pieces because it's a useless item. I just sold it for 200. But then it also identifies the other potions that you've got. So you can see here I've got 2 distillation waters. If I try and sell them, we don't buy worthless items. Sell another potion of levitation, and so I've got another. So all my potions, you get lots of potions of levitations, but now they're worth 240. Now that I know where they are, they're giving me more than the 200 that they paid for them. So I'll sell all of them. I don't need them at this point. A scroll of heal minor wounds, and I've got another scroll of heal minor wounds. I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna sell it. It's heal minor wounds is basically useless. And then we'll go to the weapon armor smith and find out what I've got. Club, normal club, hand axe. Now, if these were identified, they'll be worth a lot more. But it's just not worth paying the identification cost. Leather armor. Enchanted suit leather armor. Studded leather armor. Normal. Normal braces, so get 60 for that, and quarterstaff. Normal quarterstaff. Enchanted suit of leather armor or studded leather armor. I think studded leather armor might actually give you more. Might actually give you more. Might give you more armor class. Armor value than the enchanted leather. I'm not entirely sure how the mechanics work. I'm going to sell this leather armor though, because I don't want it. Yeah, and then the asking price for the studded leather is more, so I'll buy the studded leather armor back. I've got 1,432 copper pieces. Maybe a shield will go down pretty well. Get an iron shield. Yeah, get the iron shield. So that's now I've got a 47 for my armor value. Got 172 copper left. There's not really much I can do with that. I can buy a belt though. So a belt allows you to carry things in it as if it was in your free hand. So I'll just get a two slot belt. Only cost me 26 gold, and I'll open it up. So I can put things in the belt and use them just as if I was holding them in the free hand. So they're good for wands and potions and scrolls that you want to use. And then I'll sell the 2 distillations of water. Good old Olaf. Alright, I'm just going to end this stream here now. See how it turned out, seeing as this is the first time I'm doing it. I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, Castle of the Winds for the win. Alright, see you next time.